And that is Stephen Fulton and his camp claiming that there is a major safety concern with the way that Naoya Inoue puts forth his tape. They say he stacks the tape, that there's excessive tape, and that when all is said and done, his wraps create a cast-like substance with the way that they stack it. For the record, he has fought in the state of Nevada, and it has been approved. He has fought numerous times in Tokyo and throughout Japan, and that has been approved by the commission. What is your read here?
So you can't put tape directly on the skin. What you have to do is you have to put a little bit of gauze around, and then you're able to put some tape there, and then you can put the gauze over and some tape. What Inoue's doing is he's basically somewhat building a cast around his hand with tape, which is illegal. You can't put it on the bare skin. And after I watched that video, I was saying, my God, like, it's a lot of tape that he's putting around to protect his hand. And then he's gonna put gauze, more tape, and gauze again, and more tape. That's called double stacking. You cannot do that in boxing. I don't know who let him get away with that in Nevada or wherever he fought. It's not right. It's basically, I'm sure his punch is probably intensified by times 10 when he hits his opponents. No doubt about it.
We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live, Boxingego unpack. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. His punches probably intensified by 10, no doubt about it. Wow. Brand new information breaks the internet, the world of boxing, Naoya Inoue, and the stacked hand wraps. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, you guys got to follow me on social media and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Instagram at BoxingEgo1. I've already made a post about this. If you follow me there, then you would have already got the information. Now I want to make a video about it. Major fight coming up this Tuesday out of Japan. Much anticipated. The champion, Stephen Coolboy Fulton out of Philly. And he's in Japan to fight a Japanese celebrity fighter, Naoya Inoue. And many boxing fans are looking forward to the fight. If you're on the East Coast, it's bright and early in the morning. West Coast for me is going to be like kind of in the middle of the night. But I've seen a lot of people wanting to see this fight. Use my link in the description to order ESPN Plus to get the fight. But according to Stephen Coolboy Fulton's team, there will be no fight if Naoya Inoue's glove situation is not handled properly. He said he is not going to allow his fighter to step foot in the ring because he's double stacking his hand wraps, which is a form of cheating. Now, the beginning clip was Tim Bradley on the ESPN telecast breaking down the benefits and exactly kind of what is happening. He says you have tape. You're not allowed to put the tape on the hand, on the bare skin. And then basically and essentially what's happening when you stack and double stack, you're putting tape, gauze, tape, gauze, tape, gauze, and you're making this Thanos type of fist, and that's illegal in the world of boxing. Bradley also surmises that the punches would have more effect when you've double stacked the wraps like that, your hand wraps, right? He says it would have the impact of 10x. So if you already hit hard, and see, there's gonna be a lot of confusion. A lot of people don't know what they're talking about, and they're gonna say like, oh, it doesn't affect anything. But listen, this is very simple stuff, people. I've seen the detractors and the people like, who cares, just fight him anyway. But you know, if you were risking your titles, you would want everything on an even playing field. It really reminds me of Floyd Mayweather, easy work, hard work, dedication. When it came to fighting Manny Pacquiao, Pacquiao moved up 8 weight classes. Floyd Mayweather says, I'll fight anybody, including Pacquiao. I just want to make sure it's on an even playing field. So Pacquiao needs to take random blood and urine, Olympic-style drug testing. Initially, Pacquiao didn't want to take the test for whatever reason. He said he was afraid of needles, despite a tattoo gun and a needle giving him tattoos from some kind of tattooist, right? So, needless to say, at that time, I remember, because I've always been a boxing fan, at that time, people were saying, shut up, Floyd, who cares if he's on something or not on something, just fight him anyway, stop being a coward. But what is really being a coward? This is how you know you can't trust people online. They're calling the guy who's saying, let's make sure we have an even fight on an even playing field. He's the coward, but if somebody is not willing to do it, or if somebody was to be cheating in a fight, they're not a coward for taking PEDs or some kind of illegal substance, and they're not willing to take a test to prove their innocence. I mean, to me, that logic seems backwards. You're seeing the same kind of energy. And notice in both examples, you have a non-black fighter in Manny Pacquiao against a black fighter in Floyd Mayweather. Same thing here. You have a black American fighter who's in Japan to fight Naoya Inoue, and that's Stephen Coolboy Fulton. And history repeats itself. You see similar fans who urge Floyd to, who cares if Pacquiao's on something? Or when Pacquiao said Maidana's gloves didn't have padding or had been tampered with, right? They said, who cares? You're scared. Just fight Maidana no matter what his glove situation is like. Now the same fans that told Floyd to, who cares? Just fight Maidana even if the gloves have been tampered. Just fight, who cares? Manny Pacquiao, even, though he doesn't want to take a test, which is highly suspicious. Same people are saying the same thing for Stephen Coolboy Fulton. Oh, it's just excuses. Oh, it doesn't change anything. You're scared. So I look at it like this. If Naoya Inoue is double stacking his gloves as being accused, and you guys will see pictures in this video, then here's the situation. People are saying, shut up, Coolboy Fulton, just fight him anyway. It doesn't matter. It doesn't help him. It doesn't give him an advantage. Then why are you doing it? See, it's easy to deduce who's full of bullish because you can always break things down to simple forms. If somebody has a certain method and it gives them no advantage, then why are they doing it? Especially if you're called out on it. And in many boxing commissions, that would be not allowed. I don't know the rules in Japan and the commission. I don't know what the commission is set up like. But at the end of the day, in world boxing, certain things pretty much aren't accepted, right? So again, if it doesn't give Inoue any advantage, then it shouldn't be a problem to discontinue using that method. But deep down inside, the haters and the racists, they know that it looks sketch, that double stacking your wraps could give you an advantage, and things that Tim Bradley is saying very well could be true, Tim Bradley being a former fighter. Now, one of the things I thought was extremely interesting and borderline bizarre was right after this diatribe where Tim Bradley is breaking down the unfair advantage that Naoya Inoue would have by stacking and then putting tape, gauze, double stacking, and making kind of this cast, this Thanos fist underneath the glove to have more forceful punches, more impactful punches, on some Margarito stuff. Immediately after he explains it, coming from the vantage point of a former fighter who fought all of his life, you had ESPN's Mark Kriegel, and the first words out of his mouth was, are you saying that Naoya Inoue is cheating? And it was like almost like he was trying to set Tim Bradley up for failure. He just explained how it'd be an unfair advantage. I mean, you could call it what you want, but why are you kind of like turning it on Tim Bradley, who already broke it down and gave his expert or boxer opinion on the fact that the wrapping needs to be addressed, and it is a real life concern because it shouldn't have been approved. And then you're trying to put him on the spot or throw him on the bus saying, are you accusing him of cheating? He's merely just reacting to what Team Fulton has already exposed and brought up and their concern. So why are you trying to make it about Tim Bradley? I thought that was an extremely poor taste from ESPN. Roll the clip.
His hand. And then he's going to put gauze, more tape, and gauze again, and more tape. That's called double stacking. You cannot do that in boxing. I don't know who let him get away with that in Nevada or wherever he fought. It's not right. It's basically, I'm sure his punch is probably intensified by times 10 when he hits his opponents. No doubt about it.
Are you accusing Naoya Inoue of cheating?
I'm not accusing him of cheating. I'm just saying it's illegal. I'm just saying it's illegal, but they let him fight with it. But I'm glad that, Fulton's camp is aware of it, and they're not going to allow it to happen.
That was an extremely poor taste for an ESPN reporter to do that and almost make it about Bradley and try to put Bradley on the spot. He just told you what he thought it was. You could call it what you want. If you want to call it cheating or illegal or bad practice or whatever you want to call it. The question is, why is old media and ESPN reporters, are you not concerned by it? Do you not care if somebody is illegally stacking their gloves? You're trying to throw it on Tim Bradley, but I think anybody who is in the boxing business of reporting or media, they should definitely take these concerns seriously and be concerned, is somebody jockeying for an unfair advantage? And again, to the people who say, oh, just shut up and fight, these are the same people that say, LeBron James, shut up and dribble. We don't care what you have to say about, black lives and stuff. Just shut up and dribble, and that doesn't work. Good thing for social media where people can voice their opinions, such as myself. But I thought that, again, was in poor taste for ESPN to completely disregard what he's saying, not really chime in with anything of value, and Mark Kriegel to say, hey, are you saying that Naoya Inoue is cheating? I mean, what do you think? Do you think it's fair? Why are you asking him? You're trying to almost embarrass Bradley or put him on the spot to call Naoya Inoue a cheater. But at the end of the day, it doesn't sound like everything's on the up and up. I hope they get this sorted out. A lot of people wanted me to talk about it. I will keep you guys updated with whatever happens. The fight's supposed to be on Tuesday. Use my link to order ESPN. It's an affiliate link, so it does go to help the channel when you guys click on the link. But Tim Bradley gave his opinion. He says it'll 10x your punching power. Here's the thing. If you have power, you have power. No one doubts that Naoya Inoue has power. But if you have power, in addition, you do things that you're not allowed to, like pack your gloves, like tamper your gloves, like shift the padding, it's called skinning your gloves. Things like this double stacking. Then the guy who's already naturally strong becomes even more of a brute force puncher, right? It's just like, let's say there's a guy who works out all the time and he's buff. He's buff as it is naturally, and then he gets on a steroid cycle. Now you've upped your game, and instead of just being naturally buff, you're insanely buff because you're able to work out longer, replenish red or white blood cells, and you're not getting tired as you work out. And you're able to recover things because when you work out, you damage your muscle. So you're able to recover faster. You need less rest. That's when it becomes unfair. So it's not saying that someone is not a hard puncher as is. In a way, it's probably a hard, if he just punched you with no glove, with no wrap, it's okay. For his division, he has power. I get it. But if he's going above and beyond to make his power felt even more, that's a completely different situation. And who's to say, why would his team just randomly say that? You know what I mean? Unless they notice something. Luckily, Coolboy Fulton comes from Philly, which is a fight town, and they seen something that wasn't on the up and up. And this is a guy who's moving up and he's fighting at home. And I don't really trust it when you fight in different areas that aren't really known for, the commission rules aren't really declared to the public. We don't really know what the rule set is in different commissions. Like different places, like you had the place in Arizona that allowed Oscar Valdez to fail a drug test with phentermine, and then he doesn't even know how it got in his system, and they still allowed him to fight. So not all commissions operate fairly or evenly, especially since Coolboy Fulton took an away game and he's fighting overseas in Japan. Who knows what lengths that a fighter would go to who's moving up to get the victory and become a champion and really make history. So this is something that everybody in boxing should very well be keeping their eye on and paying attention to. Shout out to Coolboy Fulton's team. Bump the haters talking about just fight him anyway. Who cares? Da-da-da-da. Because we know good and well most of the people that are saying that are cowards on the internet, and they wouldn't be willing to fight somebody with brass knuckles or plaster of Paris or double stack. They wouldn't even be willing to fight someone a fair head up. So shout out to Coolboy Fulton. Hopefully this is resolved and everything is resolved fairly. We just want an honest outcome. Bradley, he spoke his mind. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I'm out.
Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxingego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks.
The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.